Hey Slowpokes, it's Tortoise 101. We're opening up another Lego set today, part of the 9 and 1, whatever. I figured out the problem. YouTube kept asking me if I wanted to take a break in the middle of my stream, which I did not. So, I will not be taking a break until I do. So, before we get into this guy, I want to go over the updated specs one more time. So, I think I finally, because the accessory storage, right? We've got the digging claws on the side here, which can come out. And then the, this can come out as well. So these digging claws go onto the legs. Like so. And that's exactly what they're used for. They're used for digging. They can slide down to sort of get some weaponry involved in case the Triceratops needs to defend itself and just ramming it or defense isn't an option. Additionally, this piece here can go just underneath the mouth, and this thing is an auto-targeting system for the tiny missile launchers on the end. So in my original specs video, he was sort of like a digger. He dug up gemstones. He was archaeology and stuff. I imagine this guy, who's more battle hardened now, is a demolitions expert. Not by trade, but necessity. He will tell you that laser is an acronym, but tell you the wrong acronym. Or name something the big boom shooty bang bang device with the straight face. So he's the kind of explosives expert you want on the enemy side. But, he's alright. So here, actually, these orange bits are not the eyes. Those are the side of the head mounted lights. The red bar you see in there is the actual eye. So, sort of gives him like a utility sort of look I quite enjoy. And of course, all that stuff can just pin right back in. And the digging claws, when they're stored, because I did say it was all accessory storage, pin the targeting system or speaking translator device and or ground scanner, whatever it has to be in that moment, because Specs is going to tell you it's that thing, even though we all know it's not. And it actually keeps it from falling out, and it looks cool. He's got like extra defense and whatnot. So that is Specs. And of course, to transform him, just one more time, flip the tail around. So it's tucked between his legs. The legs come out. Of course, not like that, but the digging claws come out. The head extends as far as it can to provide clearance for the arms, which will become the shoulders. and then the entire thing just folds back like that. This skull plate ratchets to be parallel with the head. Make sure when you get it, because sometimes it'll go like that or like that, but you really want to make sure it's like that, so that the bar is resting right on the cusp of there. It'll make the head take up less space in the silhouette, and it'll actually provide more stability. Drop out the head, which then, of course, plugs on the second inside. Again, it's not parts forming. It is completely possible to do without taking it apart. I just am bad. Skill issue. So, there we are with that guy. And then, of course, the digging claws attach to the hands on the shoulders to sort of act as a makeshift arm. Because I think the image of this just huge burly guy who deals with explosives all day and who's a terrifying beast of Triceratops has tiny little arms and tiny little hands as a robot. That amuses me. Cool. And so there is Specs in robot mode. And his tail can provide stability if need be. So cool. That's just, what's going on there. So I'm gonna set him aside and let's tuck into this thing. I don't know which one I'm gonna build for. I'm gonna build all of these eventually, but I think I want to build them one at a time and turn them into Transformers, so that words come to me, so that they're like a team before I switch them up for the others. So there we go. It's right in front of my eyes. Cool. I want to build, the lion looks cool. The lion's really cool, don't get me wrong. I really want to build the warthog first. I don't know, something about him speaks to me. So for this one, we've got 4 bags. So that's always fun. And it looks like we've got a lot more articulation pieces in this set than the other one. So I think I'll have an easier time turning this guy into a Transformer. Although with Specs, I had a negative space to work with on the inside of his torso, which I don't think I'll have for the Warthog. But, we make the best of what we got. So, step 1, this piece, and then I take 2 of these on the back end, these 2x1 ball joints. Then, I took 1 of these on the end, 2 more of these, And then these 2x3s. Not 2x3s, 1x3s, sorry. In the middle. To which I will then hold these on with more of those. Yay! And then grab these longer pieces to snap them on. And so now I got this. We're just gonna grab some of that. Ooh, look at these. Can chuck these on. And then the tiny brown ones there. I feel like if we can get a lot of these along here, I'll be able to have stuff to put in more things, but I don't want to run into the same gimmick as Specs where the head slides out. I think I should tackle it differently. But, you know, we'll see what we have to work with after this is all said and done. I think that's what I do. Unless I don't. Yes, I do. Right? Yeah. Yes. Okay, so I got those. I got this. So we got this set up here. We're just going to chuck on the back. I assume that's going to be the tail or something. And then a full brick right in there. And complicated structure. Got one of these. We've got 2 greens. And then ball socket. And then I cover it again in another plate. And then that's gonna go on the front. I don't know, that might be the head, I'm not sure. Cool, cool. So then we're gonna take these pieces and throw them on there. So that we got kind of this setup. And we're just making a structure like so. And then sticking that onto the side. Okay. I need this one to go here. What? Ah. They're weird angles. And those weird angles are making them look like they're actually not something that they are. Couple of sneaky sneaksters. Flip this upside down. We're gonna take these, put them on underbelly to make it rounder. And then flip it over again. What? Hold on. Oh, whoopsie doodle. I forgore. piece separator. Okay. Get another 2 of these. And we do that. Okay. And these there. Okay. One of these. This is what we got so far. I need these upside down bits. And then this thing. Okay. Alright guys, you ready for this? Legos. Okay, and this is gonna go on one of the back legs. I forgot a piece. Oh. Easy. Okay. Do it again. Ooh. Ooh. I know my commentary is just exhilarating. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking so far. I'm trying to decide between making these hind legs the arms or... Oh, wait. I have a brilliant idea. If I make the back legs sort of turn into a chest of sorts. And then I have arms that just tuck and fold into the body in the Warthog mode. Because, like, he's going to have a bit of a gut. But when the pecs are cool, it looks a little better, I think. Especially when I'll have arms coming out. Either that or I have the pecs look like this. So it'll kind of be a like a huge shoulder pad sort of deal. Anyway. Making the front legs now. So I finally started school back up after the move. It's very different than what I'm used to. But you know, it's all welcome changes. Everyone's very nice. I enjoy the people there. And I get a bunch of free time too. Just free periods to go out and do whatever, which I'm not used to. So that's nice. Sorry. Asthma's being funky. Positively groovy. I'm on a roll. Let's go. Where is the other thing? Oh, there it is. It was hiding. Okay. Believe. Cool, so the front legs are sort of filled out with the bits on the shoulders, but the back legs have just a huge amount of space, which I think for the final transformer, I can use to my advantage. It's gonna look something like that, I think. Yeah, that could be cool. Okay. Time for the head. Got one of these, got one of these. Getting some of that, we're on a roll here. Got these snail pieces. They're not called snail pieces. I know they're not called snail pieces. It's not snails. But it looks so much like a snail to me. Cause you know, you could get a thing and then you could heckin' look. Look at the snail. You can't tell me that's not a snail. It's a snail. It's a sneaker snail. It's just a snaily snail. Okay, where was I? The head. Right. And we're taking some of these red Travis bricks. Then I can throw these on. Or in, really. Create some beady eyes. And then next we get some of these wing pieces for the snout. For the snout. And throw those on. These. And let's see here. There's the last cheese loop. Look at this doofy guy so far. Look at him. Okay. And then we get some hair on this guy. No, yeah, look at him. He's coming along. It's starting to look like a wart, a hog. Okay. Now I'll grab one of these. We're gonna layer these up apparently, for whatever reason. Put these bright red Travis bricks here. And then some of these double-faced Travis bricks that we used for the stuff and the things and specs. Sort of this setup. I'm gonna throw these on. Right clip. And then just do this to both sides so that we get some linkage. Wonderful. Then we throw, oh, those are on the wrong side. Whoops. There we go. That's better. We're just covering it all up with these brown ones. Oh, they're over here. Okay. So I'm not sure what this piece is going to become. I think it's going to be the mouth, but I don't know. This is what we got so far. So we're going to take this peg. It's around here somewhere. Right here. And we're going to put it through this bottom hole here. Okay, and this is going to attach to our face. Which we are then going to fill out the nose some. I fill these little ones with tiny little tusks. Oh, so he doesn't have a mouth. That might be handy. And then you get these long ones. Long. And then this will just attach there. And then, oop, battery's yelling at me. Okay, now we make a tail. First step, grab one of these. Second step, grab a second one of these. Third step, put them together. Fourth one, put that there. The one after that, slot those there. in those places, and then we're gonna grab another one of these weird ball peg things, chuck it in there. We're going to attach this funky piece right there, chuck some yellow on it so you remember where you are, and then throw this onto the butt. And then, yeah, that's the Warthog. So let's check out the articulation on this guy. We got a lot of extra pieces here to work with. So, right off the bat, head's too heavy. This ball joint is loose. But, you know, every ball joint needs a swivel. He's got full articulation at the tusks, though the will come off if you manhandle them too much. Front legs, they're on a ball joint here, sort of limited in motion by this shoulder blade, but, you know, it can move around. It does what it needs to. It's an arm. Back legs can also move around as you need them to. They're on ball joints at the hips. Beautiful spread. Each foot is articulated at the ankle by a ball joint. And then the tail has 2 ball joints, so it can do the thing. Cool. Now it's time to figure out how to turn this guy into a transformer. My initial idea still has some promise where I can the only problem with this plan is that the Warthog head is still there. On top of that, the tail doesn't really do anything of use. Unless it does. Because this guy still needs arms. That was perfect. Hold on. I'm sort of digging like a Cyclops vibe from this guy. With a big beard. Lots of personality, this one. I think my main source of freedom in this piece is going to be again taking out this full brick here and replacing it. So I don't think I have any other ball joints, which is unfortunate. But what I do have is oh, there it is. I wonder. Yeah. I have another one of those. No, I don't. Okay, so we got that. I want to attach those. And then attach those to there. So I got these little joints in here, and they can move up and down just a wee bit. So I think those are going to be the robot arms, or the place where the robot arms are going to be put. I can have one of these little pieces. No, I got two. Okay. I am replacing these 2x2s and chunky shoulder bits with these black elbow pieces because, or rather for the purpose of saving these and using them on the underside of this guy. Okay. So that guy's still gonna have his bits and whatnot. I have one by 3. I don't have another. That is most unfortunate. So I'm gonna have to improvise. Improvise one of these. No, wait. I have another snail piece. Yes, I do. I have the clips. I have the clips you are looking for. I'm just gonna have to switch them out for stuff. This is coming along quite nicely. What time are you at? 45 minutes. It's not too bad. Now that I know what I'm doing, it's not going to run on for forever like it did in the last one. It doesn't make sense to give him a super long neck. I don't have many other options. We're getting this head out of the way. But even then, that's still massive kibble. I don't have anything to do with this one, unless, chat, I yet again make the head an accessory. I know, genius. I turn it into a big ramming shield. And then that is my justification. Because it's a big ramming shield. He can hold it in his hands. Because what do warthogs do? They ram into each other. That's why they got the tusks. To like ram and then, you know. That's warthogs. So we can just clip those onto there. And then these will be his arms. I want his arms to be long, but easily compactable. So do I have... Alright, stretch break. Everyone watching right now, stretch. Go get a glass of water and stuff. Keeping your muscles stretched is an important part of exercise. And you should do it if you've been sitting down too long. If you can touch the ceiling, try to touch it for 15 seconds. And if you can touch the floor, try to touch it for 5. If you've got facial concerns, adjust your mask a little. Take an inhaler if you got asthma, stuff like that. Okay. Alright. Back to Legos. Okay. Okay. I think what I gotta do is I gotta use the teeth bricks again, our old friend, the teeth. And I can only see one glaring issue with this guy. And that issue is a matter of I think it's gonna be maneuverability. Cause his arms don't really have that much articulation to them. But I just gotta make a hand. The hand doesn't so much have to move as hold stuff. So I think I'm gonna give this guy fists instead of like dedicated hands to hold stuff. I think fists are gonna be. Oh, I remember the glaring issue. Stud friction. All of the articulation almost in the arms past the elbows is stud friction. So he it's not much. Okay. Oh, sorry. Low battery. I don't know if it was still going during that. My bad. I didn't notice. Okay. Here we go. No, we don't. Here, no. I don't have any way. Well, I guess if I'm not making the arms the same, I can afford to do a little of that. There we go. Okay. It's fine. Got one of these and none of those. Okay. I think think I'm gonna throw these on there for good measure. Heck. Go ahead, laugh it up. You know what, with the way I was working this, I was basically asking for it. It's whatever. Okay, well, I can't do it in the middle. Do it on that. There we go. Now there's no way this is falling off unless it falls off the rod. Which, I'm not gonna lie, is perfectly possible, plausible even, probable. It's gonna happen. But it'll be fine. I think I'm going to call this guy Bush Smacker. So the Warhog head turns into a shield for ramming, and his other arm has a fist for punching. I know this doesn't really look like punching, but if you imagine him like wheeling up, just a wham, hit you with a left hook, or like smacking his shield or something adjacent to that experience. All that's left now is to I really like the how the back legs become the chest. I think that was a good idea. I'm not I'm not so certain on the triangle decals, but you know, for now it works. And to transform him back, you just remove the pin bowl thing. Then again, this is all possible without parts forming, but stud friction. It's pretty much impossible to articulate this guy without something popping off. So I'm going to call that a skill issue and move on, as I have for the last several times. What? I already forgot what I called this guy. I so badly wish. Brushwhacker. Okay. Oh, this guy was cool a second ago. But then I ruined it all. Okay. I think. There we go. Yep. I imagine this guy just hauls all of this around on his back. I mean, what's life without a little accessory storage? Am I right or am I right, fellas? Okay. That doesn't work though. there's just too much kibble and not enough space for the legs. If I were to push all of that down, I mean, it fits under, sure, but this feels like poor design. That's because it is poor design. I did this wrong. I wanted it all to tuck in, but I didn't have that kind of articulation available to me at any point. I'm okay with this being there. That feels like it fits. Because he's the brush master. He needs like cameras and stuff. Or better yet, like a net or a harpoon gun. But this thing just sticks out there and doesn't do anything. It doesn't even rotate forwards to... Oh, well, actually no, I'm wrong. Huh. That actually fits. We've got like a net launcher and... I'm gonna call this like, you know, like one of those heat guns where it's a gun that like shoots out a ray of heat at you and it makes you uncomfortable until you run away. Like the military has them. And I mean, this is in the middle of the savannah, so if this guy, everything's used to the heat. So more heat would be more uncomfortable. It would tire them out faster. It would dehydrate them. It would make them uncomfortable and want to go away. So this guy, as the bushmaster, brushwhacker, as the brushwhacker, master of the brush, would want to have that available to him at all points. That and the net gun. I'd imagine that stuff still functions in the robot mode. Like the heat gun turns into his fist, so it'd be like heat fist or fire fist or something stupid along those lines. And then the net gun, it holds the shield, sure, but like you could just drop the shield and shoot a net. So yeah, it stands up. Look at that. Very cool. Okay. So, now it's time for the transformation. First, remove the head. Completely lose the only piece tying the head together. So, okay. Again, I'm not parts forming. This section right here, this connection between this peg and ball and this hole is very loose. So you're not going to be able to take this out of a ball socket. Theoretically, you can if you're careful enough. I'm not. Skill issue, deal with it. So you're going to set that aside. Next, you're going to take the front legs and fold them forward. Okay? Turn the feet around. Thirdly, take the back legs and completely break everything in the process, by the way. It's mandatory. Okay. So the rods in the snail pieces are going to, hold on, are going to slide out like so. Completely break everything, by the way. For both of them. And you know, there's no shame in putting it back together when it inevitably falls apart. You're not parts forming, you're just fixing your beautiful creation. Or whatever other lies you want to tell yourself. And then you're going to want to angle these robot shoulders down. You can angle the feet up here for more epicness. And then plug this back under there. And then the warthog head goes right in there. Again, making sure to break everything. It's integral to the transformation. It's not parts forming if it's just regular destruction. And then the tail is going to spin around. The head is going to spin around. And then you're just going to collapse it right down. And there you go. Here you've got him in robot mode. So, I'm not gonna lie, he's got a bit of a dumpy, but that's okay. No shaming, only praising. So, his shield arm is loose because the head is heavy. It's gonna be like that everywhere. I don't think he can stand on his own. No, that dump truck he's got is just weighing him back, and the shield is weighing him forward. They do not cancel out. So, I'm certain if you had some ball joint thing, you could stick him in there for posability purposes, but it's whatever. So yeah. I imagine this guy is like a gladiator of sorts in the savannah. And like everyone's out to get him because he's so good at gladiatoring that he's got to protect himself with nets and heat guns. Or even better yet, he goes out hunting